Hello and welcome back to another episode of Straatkind, the only place where you will find truth, knowledge, and a laugh. I don't know at whose expense, but there it is. So, what is Eldergleam? In recent event, many games have experienced remasters. Oblivion, Ninja Gaiden, others. Eldergleam aims to be one of those. It takes the old Skyrim and merges it with what there is to offer in the latest and greatest technologies available together, seamlessly, and with none of the crazy stuff that you can find in normal mod lists. Firstly, let's talk about the things that are the most noticeable: visuals. Things that you can see with your eyes, visually. Eldergleam offers a 2K 4K experience with parallax, Nat3 weathers, cabbage EMB, and includes one of the technologies that's used in most of the mod lists called Lux. This is the ray tracing of the modding community. Eldergleam's visual enhancement is around 230 gigs, give or take, where Novice is 300 plus, which just shows what a beefy boy that is. Eldergleam aims for a more realistic, more lore-friendly vibe. The visuals really explode once you take a closer look into the world of Skyrim. If you look at the guards and their armor when they're guarding the Whiterun door, and you see the sun glistening off their steel plates. If you have a weapon and you lay it down on the table and you take a real close look, you can see the stitching, you can see the steel. And Eldergleam does not add one single extra weapon that is not in the Vanilla Plus game. I say Vanilla Plus, I mean all the things that are introduced in the Anniversary Edition. So everything that you can find in the Anniversary Edition, you can find it in Eldergleam, and that's it. No Grim Reaper rapiers, or Kenshi's katana, or Thomas the Tank Engine, none of that stuff. It's all vanilla and it's all pure here at Eldergleam. And the 4K and 2K textures really pop. The visuals are really impressive. And the thing that I really enjoy is the Lux. Especially if you play mage, you'll see it in the environment obviously, and you'll see it if mages attack you. You'll see it if you see a flame Antronach in the dark or whatever, you'll see it as well. But there is something about slow-mo walking with your choice of element in your hands, and you can just see the room and the small reflections. You can see when you do like a unlimited power. If you have a little Darth Sidious in you and you want to push someone, it's amazing. The entire room flashes and everything gets enveloped in this lightning color. Absolutely amazing. As well as in potions. If you're in a dark room and there is a health potion, it's a very refreshing thing to see this red glow. The elements and how they interact with bodies is also a little bit enhanced. So you still have all the vanilla spells, there's no new stuff added, everything is what you can get in vanilla Skyrim. But in Eldergleam, the way the spells react is enhanced. So what would happen is, if you are fighting an ice dragon and the ice dragon blows its breath, it will affect the environment and that ice will stick everywhere, on the shop signs, on the ground. I think there is a clip of me fighting a dragon in a town, an ice dragon. Same with the fire. When you kill someone using flames, that their entire body disintegrates and what's left is a little crispy bandit. And with lightning they literally just disintegrate. The interiors are actually really amazing, and one thing that struck me was how much I've played other mod lists, that the moment I played Eldergleam, I realized I have forgotten what the original Skyrim was like without mods. I've been playing mods for quite a long time, and I gotta tell you, when I walked up to Whiterun and I saw just the plain old walls broken down, walking up the aisle, turning around, seeing the two guards there, nothing flashy, nothing fancy, just pure Skyrim vanilla stuff, I was quite amazed, and I'm sure you will be too. So, there's a few things that I do find quite odd. It took me quite a while to get used to how the combat worked, as normally you'd have a light attack and a heavy attack, which uses the same button. Click and then hold it in for the charged or heavy or power attack, whatever you want to call it. And then your other button, your right click, if you're on mouse and keyboard, that's the only one I know, you would do a block. In Eldergleam, this is not the case. Regardless of what weapon you have, you will have a heavy and a light attack. Your light attack would be one button, and your heavy or power attack would be the other button. Now, that doesn't seem like a problem, but once you try different builds as, let's say, a battle mage that uses one hand for the sword and the other for the magic, it took me quite a while to figure out what am I supposed to do and how am I supposed to activate my spell in one hand whilst I have my sword, swish swish clang clang. But what would happen is you would activate your light button and then the other button.
Aye, the right button does a heavy attack!
So this hand would have no effect, but you will have to double click that button and then it will have the animation and then oh, you know what I mean? It is Skyrim, it is combat. Regardless of what you're gonna have, it's gonna be a bit janky. Close combat, you'll have a little dodge, you'll have like a bob and weave, but if you press it twice, you'll have a roll. But if you stand a little bit back, there's no more bobbing and weaving, you'll just roll away. I haven't got the science down to when it happens and when it doesn't happen, or how to activate it, so you're just gonna have to figure it out. I think overall the combat is enjoyable once you understand how it works. Once again, because they're introducing this new system, I just feel like you have to be at least level 20, level 30 and invest quite a lot of points into your stamina before you can actually roll and attack, or roll and have a combo and then roll out again. Once that stamina runs out, you're just slow and you're gonna die every time. So you'll find yourself hiding most of the time, and you will have to resort to, once your stamina is finished, potion up or go to magic. And a big thing that I'm not a fan of is the camera angle. If you go third person and you try to aim for like an over the shoulder camera action, it's blurry, dude. It just straight up focuses on the shoulder. So you can't have that close up God of War camera style, which is a little bit over the top. So you see the bowl and the shoulder, and then when you enter combat it zooms out a little bit, but you can see over your character. Where in Skyrim the camera is here. So you're basically standing in line with someone huge in front of you, and you're trying to look at where the enemy is. Same with the bow. If you are third person and you use the bow, if you crouch and you're aiming at a target, your bow is literally blocking the view. Why? Why is that? Can't we fix it, please? So I find myself swapping between the two a lot. I don't think that's too bad of a problem. If you get used to it, you get used to it, right? Now I know you can tweak it and you can somehow change it to go and look and disable and potentially break the house of cards by disabling the wrong thing. So I just leave it alone and try in between each other. And then sometimes it gets stuck. So if you're locked into combat, rolling the mouse forward to go into first person mode, once you've realized, oh, I won't be able to hit you with my bow from here because I'm now blindfolded by the actual bow, you can't go to first person mode. It's like, oh, you gotta commit. So you stand up, you break your sneak if you play sneak archer or whatever. Those are a few things that annoy me a little bit about this mod list. If we're gonna be true with you, the UI is also not vanilla. I am of the unpopular opinion that there was nothing wrong with the old vanilla UI. Yeah, okay, I get it. Boo, lots of boos, lots of food and poop thrown to my face. I get it. I liked it. I liked zooming in, looking at whatever item I had, but this, for me, if you just have text, it just gets lost. Alright, let's talk about performance and installation. Before I begin, this is a must. This is not an idea or a theory. You need an SSD. HDD will not cut it. The reason is, using an SSD for modding drastically speeds up downloads, installation, and game loading times due to the faster writing speed. It reduces stuttering, handles large files, and improves the overall experience compared to an HDD. Let's talk installation process for Eldergleam. Eldergleam can be found on the Webberjack website. I will say that you do need a Nexus Premium account if you would like the quick and easy installation process. If not, you are going to have to download it one by one, sitting hours in and out, clicking install, waiting for it to download, and then download the next one. Whereas if you have the Nexus Premium account, it will do everything for you, automated. You will need a fresh install of the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, disable the Steam overlay, download Wabberjack, follow the GitHub README, set up the mod organizer 2, select a profile, ultra, normal, or performance. The fact that you can choose which option you would like tweaks the mod list in a way that it is accessible for everyone. If your rig is not as powerful, you can go for the normal or performance option. If you feel it's okay, you can go for the normal option. If you got a machine, go for the ultra option. And all three of these, you're still gonna have an excellent Eldergleam experience. Another question that users have is, can you install other mods on Eldergleam? And yes, Eldergleam is actually a very safe mod list for you to experiment and install other mod lists on. Now, Rule 11 always follows. Rule 11 is, once you take an author's mod list and tweak it, and you break it, don't go back to the mod list author thinking that they will be able to help you. They might be able just because they're nice, or they would respond to some of your Discord or emails, but Rule 11, they're not really obligated to. Okay, let's talk about Eldergleam's combat and animations. This is the only area where I felt like they moved away from the vanilla Skyrim experience and went to a more modern way, which is not a bad thing. If you remember, vanilla Skyrim's combat was a little bit clunky, and most of the times the hits did not register. The more modern experience, if you would use that word.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it, I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Souls-like, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's got lock on, it's got a dodge, it's got a roll, it's got a jump, it's got new animations via the MCO, that is a mod that helps with the third-person animations, and it also enhances some of the first-person combats. I really enjoy it. I am someone that has always played first-person in Skyrim, but lately I have switched between third and first-person just because I am testing the mods out for you guys. I feel like the archery could use a little tweak. I always felt like when I played vanilla Skyrim and I used the bow and arrow, I felt like a real G when I hit that long range shot. Now it's got the little arch and or the lock on target, which feels like a little bit less effort. Overall, the gameplay and the animations are quite stable. For me, I did not experience one crash, stuttering, anything whatsoever other than the normal Bethesda man standing on a table, horse riding upside down kind of thing. So, I definitely give this a very stable yes. In closing, if you want the Vanilla++ experience, or you're unsure if you want to delve into what is good mods, what do you need to do, is this quest good, are these weapons great, Eldergleam is definitely one for you if you want to start modding and you want to have a modern, yet you still want Skyrim experience. This is an excellent mod list to try out and give your time. I would give this a 9 out of 10 for a sheer blast. If you have any mod lists that you would like me to try or see a little preview of that, please leave it below. I'll try it out. That is me. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Cheerio!